Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you all had an awesome weekend. I am back to do one of my what sold videos that I used to do a lot. I haven't done them as much just because my inventory system changed and it became a little more difficult to do them. Plus, I have a lot more shipping, so it's hard to get all that done, plus do a video on Monday. But I decided to go ahead and do one today. Just felt like it just to show you guys what sold. Plus, it was a really good sales weekend. I had two days that were over $400. I think it was Friday and Saturday, and then yesterday was over 300 at least. So in total on eBay, we did $1,180 in sales for the weekend, which is good. And then on Posh, we did 196, so that's good too. That's pretty good for Posh. So I'm going to show you guys, obviously I'm not going to show you all of the stuff that sold. That would be a lot of stuff. I'm just going to show you the highlights, really. Really sorry about the lighting. It's hard when it's like a dreary, rainy day. I really rely on a lot of natural light in this room. It's actually where I do all my photography and stuff too, so I rely on the natural light, and today we really don't have it. So it's going to be hard for photographing today, but it's got to happen. We'll make it work. Might have to do some editing of the photos, which is actually not too bad. I can like brighten up the background and stuff. So anyways, okay, I want to talk about one more thing before I got into the things that sold. So on Instagram and Facebook yesterday, I posted that I would like to organize a reseller meetup here in Michigan. I know there's a lot of Michigan sellers that watch my channel. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you want some information about the meetup as we start planning it, follow me on Instagram. I'm Law School Thrifter over there too. And get involved in the conversation. I could definitely use some help planning and get some speakers. I've got a couple people so far that I think would be good speakers. And also I think we have a location. I think we'll do it in Lansing, Michigan, because it's sort of centrally located. So if you, like I said, if you want to attend that, or, I mean, it's not just for people in Michigan. Anybody can come from anywhere. I think we're going to shoot for after the holidays so that people aren't, get all that stress and chaos taken care of. We'll wait till Q4 is over so that we all have a little bit more free time at least. I know personally I have to write a 30-page paper this semester. So I would like to have that done, but I want to get it planned, and we'll probably have it like at a hotel, or I'm not sure, some kind of other venue. A hotel would be nice because then people could just stay the night after the event. So anyway, go follow me on Instagram and get involved in that conversation if you want to be part of that. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm super excited because I don't get to meet a lot of other resellers. People in my family resell, and obviously I love talking to them about it, but I would like to meet some other people, so let's get that going. That would be awesome. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about the things that sold. First, I'm going to start with the stuff that sold. Maybe if I go like this, the lighting will be better. I don't know. First, I want to talk about the things that sold on Poshmark. So, the first item, maybe it's my head needs to, I don't know. Anyway, the first item are these adorable, beautiful White House Black Market heels. They're gorgeous. They're in like perfect condition. So I found these for $7 at Goodwill, which might seem like a lot, but I got them because I knew they would sell for a lot more than that. They did end up selling for, sorry, I have to look at, I know it annoys people when I look away, I'm so sorry, but I have to see what things sold for because it's not all up here. They sold for $30, so that was pretty good. Those sold on Poshmark. So here is another Poshmark sale. This is an anthropology sweater. It's adorable. It's like a peach color. It's got like the button at the neck. So this is one that I had never found before. like HWR Monogram is the brand. Is really, really cute. This cost me less than $1. And I didn't know it was an Anthro brand until I took the time to look it up. That's the thing about Anthro is that take the time to look it up and find out, you know, if it is an Anthro brand. Sometimes you can tell by the style. The Anthro has like a certain kind of look to it. So anyway, that sold for, I think that sold for $30 too. That was less than $1, sold for $30. Bathing suit sold on Posh. This is a brand new with tags bathing suit. It's Laundry by Shelly Segal. You can see it was originally $92. This is a pretty expensive bathing suit. I paid $10 for it at TJ Maxx, and I believe it sold for $36. So that's pretty good. Every time I turn my head, this lighting goes all wonky. I need to figure something out, guys. I need some better, like, YouTube equipment. I'll work on it. Alright. So, we got, and the next thing is an eBay item. And this cost me less than $1. I got it at a bag sale, or not, like a basket sale, where it was like $10 for like a full basket of stuff. So, this is with just the coat. I grabbed this coat. It's like Tom Jewel. It's actually going to England. Somebody in England bought it through the global shipping program. It's like, honestly, I'm not sure what it is. I could just tell that it was pretty good quality. And it was less than $1. So it's got like a little monogram thing. Or a crest on it, sorry. So anyways, I paid less than $1 and it sold for $25. So that's off to England. Off to London. Alright, what is next? Okay, Harley Davidson. Okay, so, oh, whoops, I forgot a Posh item. This was my best Posh sale, actually. I'm not going to take it out of the bag because it's already sealed, but I will tell you what it is. It is 7 for All Mankind jeans. This is my phone. Dojos. So these are really good to keep an eye out for. The Dojos. These sold for $60, and I paid $1 for them at the last Play-Doh Closet dollar sale. So if you don't know what the Dojos look like, go on eBay and type in 7, just the numerical 7, and then Dojo jeans, and they'll pop up and you'll see. And always keep an eye out for them. Like I said, I paid $1 for them, and they sold for $60. See, I have them sealed. These are my stickers. So a couple of years ago, I was always buying the stickers and putting them on my packages, and then I stopped because, I mean, they are a little bit pricey, but it's worth it for me now. I feel like it's going to be good to get kind of a brand going, and also the nice thing is that I changed my Posh name a while back to the same name as my eBay store, so I can. It'd just be easier for people to identify me, kind of brand myself, and then also I can use any branded supplies for both. So that's nice. I really like. I think it makes it look more professional. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't say if you're just starting out to go and buy, a bunch of stuff like to brand yourself. I mean, especially if you don't have a lot of inventory, because while you do want to start building a customer base, if you don't have a lot of stuff in your store yet, they're going to come back and buy what? I mean, you have to have a lot of like variety, and the more stuff that you have in your store, the more likely it is that you are to have a bunch of like that person size stuff in your store to make it worthwhile for them to come back. So I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just a word to the wise. Like I didn't start doing it until I had quite a lot of stuff in my eBay store. You want to build it up. Like any kind of business. You want to build it. All right, what do we got? So the next thing is a Harley Davidson shirt. And this sold for $11. It's just a little Harley Davidson t-shirt. No big deal. Probably paid less than $1 for this guy. San Antonio, Texas. And I'm going to have to put it, it might take me a little longer to get through this stuff, so put it back in the bag, because I now ship things in the bag with the sticker. It's a little more work, but it's worth it because it looks nice. Next thing, this was a Salvation Army find. These are Ivanka Trump jeans. I paid like $3 or $4 for these. They're actually really cute. I don't love all of her stuff. I don't love it all, but I think these are really cute. They're like a cropped sort of jeans. They got like the split thing right there. And these sold for $15 with shipping. The buyer paid the shipping on these because they're more than 16 ounces, and I charge the shipping on items that are over 16 ounces. What have you guys been doing today? Did you go sourcing? Are you listing? What are you up to? We've already been sourcing. We went to Salvation Army and found a ton of great stuff. We spent $400, but I found like 4 Eileen Fisher sweaters, a St. John sweater, tons of J. Crew, jeans. I'm not a big fan of listing pants, but jeans have been doing really well for me lately, so I thought I'll just go through the jeans. I'm really glad I did because I found another pair of 7 for All Mankind jeans, True Religion jeans, J. Crew jeans. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't say that I would go and buy like a bunch of pants, but jeans do pretty well on Posh and on eBay, so kind of broke my don't buy very many pants rule and splurged on like a ton of jeans. Alright, next. So this item I actually bought at the bins in Grand Rapids. So I don't get to go to the bins very often. We don't live too close. But this sold for, it's a sweater. It's a limited sweater. It sold for $12 and it was less than $1 because I bought it at the bins and it's pay by the pound. So, I mean, it's a cute sweater and it was in really good shape. It's the limited, which isn't like a huge moneymaker, but because it was so inexpensive and it was cute and it sold for $12, it's good. I'll call that good. Next. So, this is another brand that I don't just go around grabbing unless it's very reasonably priced for me, which is like less than $1. But the great thing about it was that it was plus size. It's 2X. It's cropped in barrow. It's in good shape. Silk tab sleeves. Actually, the buyer said she bought it for Halloween, so I have been really conscious of listing, when I started listing like Halloween stuff, like of listing like everything they had that was orange. I got it listed pretty quickly because people are looking for like orange t-shirts or something orange. I mean, they're not just looking for costumes, they're looking for things to wear to work or to a party or something like that. So, anyway, next. Speaking of party, I was wondering when this was going to sell because I saw this at Goodwill and I thought it was really beautiful and I thought it would be perfect for like a Christmas party. It's, the brand is Inc. International Concepts, which is not always super fab, but this dress was so pretty that I had to get it. It does have like a little cutout right there, but it's like a velour red cocktail dress, like I said, like that you'd wear to like a Christmas party. Where is the tag on this guy? Here it is. There it is. So, yep. This I paid $6 for at Goodwill, but it sold for $25, I believe. Let me double check that. Yep. No, I'm sorry. It sold for $29. Sold for almost $30. So that was a good enough profit for me. All right. Next on the list is a coat. This is a Land's End coat. I think I paid $5 for this at Goodwill, but it's in perfect condition and it's like quilted. It's got this like really soft collar. And I love the color. I think the color is really beautiful. But I think I paid $5 for it. It sold for $25 on eBay. And plus the buyer will pay the shipping on that. Going to my next item here. There's not too much left. Alright. Next is a Talbot sweater. So Talbot sweaters, if they're like pretty and have a nice print, and they're usually made from a good fabric. This is like a merino wool, I think. Yeah, pure merino wool. Especially if they have like a nice print on them and look more like modern, because Talbot's has been around for a while, so a lot of the stuff you'll run into will be like kind of outdated looking. But this sweater, you can tell it's a newer one, and it's gorgeous. So this guy, let's see how much I paid for this. It was probably like $2 or $3, honestly. That reminds me. I guess this video is just me like getting distracted and talking about other things as I'm trying to get to the point of what the video is about. But people have been asking me a ton of questions about how I keep track of my inventory, asking if I use a spreadsheet or anything like that. First of all, I'm sorry that I can't answer all questions on YouTube and on Instagram. I get a lot of messages and DMs and stuff. I'm going to try and find a better system for answering questions and maybe try to do like a live thing where I answer questions. But it's just, I can't answer them all. It's hard. But I did notice a lot of questions coming up about, do I have a spreadsheet? How do I keep track for taxes? So I'm just going to talk very, very quickly about that. No, I do not keep a spreadsheet. I keep all receipts. I generally recall how much I paid for things, and I just don't keep track for every single item. That would be a lot of work. I'm not saying don't do it. That might work for some people, but I personally do not. I just keep all receipts. I store them all in the same place. When I get home from the store, I take the receipt, I put it in this folder. That's what I do. As far as taxes, at this point, I'm not going to give any tax advice other than to say that because I don't do my taxes. Someone else does my taxes, because to be smart in business, I think you have to kind of admit when there's things that you just can't do or shouldn't do. And for me, taxes is one of them. So I'll be honest, I did do my own taxes the first year, and it was bad. It was awful. The IRS sent me a bill for like $14,000 because I messed up. I'll be honest. So we had to get that taken care of by a person who really knew what they were doing, and we didn't have to pay $14,000. It was just I made mistakes. I made mistakes that were not in my favor, clearly. So I highly recommend hiring a CPA, hire an accountant. They can help you figure out what you need to do, what you need to figure out as far as taxes. I will recommend keeping track of all your receipts. I also use the GoDaddy/Outright bookkeeping app, because it's basically no work for me. And what it does is it imports all of your PayPal information, eBay information, and gives you a nice little chart of what your sales are at for the month, what your expenses are, you have to enter your expenses if you want to, and that will show you what your expenses are, but it will automatically add up the shipping and stuff like that from eBay. But I use that. That helps me figure out where I'm at each month. And then also the Mile IQ app, which is what you can use to keep track of your mileage. I will recommend those two apps and hiring a CPA accountant to help you with your taxes. So, sorry, I can't answer any more questions than that. I can't explain to you how to do your taxes. Unless you have a background in that, I don't recommend doing it yourself. So, anyway, yep. All right. Sorry if that was disappointing. I'm sure there's there's probably a ton of great YouTube videos on how to do that if you're interested in doing it yourself. But you also have to have a lot of time, to do it yourself. And for me, some things are it's better just to pay someone to do it so that I have that time to be listing things and sourcing things and selling things and making money, so that I have money to okay, to an accountant, figure this out, what to do with this money. what pet taxes do I have to pay? Anyway, yeah, okay, so this Talbot sweater, that was just an aside, just because I've been getting a lot of questions about that, and I don't want people to feel ignored. Next item is a Ralph Lauren shirt. It's just a striped button-up shirt. Does this have like the embroidery on it? No. So it's just a plain striped Ralph Lauren shirt. It's like a women's dress shirt. And this sold for $17. I paid less than $1 for it. I buy like lots of, not like lots as in like a huge amount, even though it is a huge amount, but what I mean by lots is like a set amount of clothing from a thrift store. I buy 400 pounds at a time. That came from that. It all adds up to be substantially less than $1, like 40 cents. So that was probably about 40 cents, and it sold for 17. And moving on. The next item is this really awesome sweater. I love it. It's a men's sweater, although I found it in the women's section, but I knew it was a men's. Sometimes Goodwill makes mistakes. Yep, it's from Goodwill. It was $5. This is the brand, Maurice's, which is a women's mall brand, but that is not this brand. This is a different Maurice's. So this is a sweater. It's got a skier on it. It's in really great shape. It's such a cool sweater. I love it. If it fit my husband, I would have kept it for him to wear. But I paid $5 for it. It sold for $20 plus shipping. So I'm glad that somebody bought that. I hope they wear it for Christmas. And if it happens to be one of you, send me a picture of yourself wearing it. Because I really love it. Alright, next. Speaking of my husband, he found this next item at Goodwill for like $4. It's a Guinness shirt. Like a polo, rugby style. It's got like a toucan with a beer on its beak. So yeah. It was about, it smells very floral. So I'm going to definitely have to wash that guy. But it sold for $15 and I paid $4 for it. So not bad. Next. This is another item that came from my lot of thrifted, or my lot of clothing from a thrift shop. Officico, not sure how you say it, but this is a good brand. It's a cute sweater. It's really soft. So this sold for, where are you? This sold for, sorry for the delay, this sold for $19 plus shipping, and it was less than $1. So not bad. Sorry if this video seems so disorganized. Like I said, I've already been sourcing this morning. Plus, my daughter normally goes to school on Mondays, and they had an in-service day at her school, so she had to tag along with us to the thrift shop, which she wasn't particularly happy about because she's been going since she was just a tiny baby, and she's just a little fed up with it. I mean, you gotta admit, it wouldn't be like super interesting for a 4-year-old to go thrifting, but gotta do it. That's how we make money in this family. I try to find fun things for her to do. She likes to help too, so I'll be like, oh, white tags are on sale, find white tags, and then she has a great time picking out all the white tags. So this is a Land's End cowl neck sweater. It's really thick. It's kind of like a tunic sweater because it's pretty long. So this sold for $21.24 plus shipping, and I paid about $4 for this at Salvation Army. So not bad on that. What is the next item? The next item is another Salvation Army find. I bought it because it is brand new, had the brand new tags on it. And it's also a cowl neck sweater, which that's a really popular style of sweater. But it's Josephine Choss, I guess. But I got this because it had the brand new tags and it was really pretty. And I figured that it would sell. Stuff Stuff that's new with tags actually sells like really quickly for me. And it sold for $15 with shipping, and I paid between, I would say, $3 or $4 for it. Next item. Let me try to get ahead of myself a little bit here. A Talbot sweater, another Talbot sweater. It's a lot harder than it looks to do these what sold videos. It's a lot easier. It's so much easier to do a haul video because you're like, here's this, and you show it. I paid this much. I think I'll get this much. But for this, I'm like, I want to be able to tell you exactly how much it sold for, so I have to look and see. So this is a Talbot sweater. Probably paid about less than $1 for this guy. It's like a thin kind of cable knit sweater. I think this sold for 11 or 12 bucks. It did. It sold for $12.74. Alright, next item is this is a Target brand. It's a Marona blazer. It's a Target brand. But it's kind of got like a linen-y kind of look to it. This was less than $1. It sold for $15. You can do very well off of Target brands, I promise you. As long as it's cute, it's a good relevant style, and you don't charge too much for it, you can do pretty well. So 15 bucks. What's next? What do we got? All right. We're getting to the bottom here. Let me just go ahead and grab all the stuff. Okay. So this is a Talbot silk blouse. Pure silk. See? It's gorgeous. It's got like sheer sleeves. I did buy this at Goodwill, so I paid up for it. It was like $4 or something like that. And it sold for over 20. I think it sold for like 21 bucks or so. Okay. So the next item is a J. Crew sweater. It's like a bright, like neon yellow cardigan. Very cute. I paid about $3 for this, and it sold for $17. J. Crew's always a pretty fast seller. I saw a lot of it on Posh and on eBay. And we got a couple more items left. The next one is this maxi skirt. It's like a plaid wool blend. It's a long skirt. It's got this really neat fringe. It's a wrap skirt. It's a bunch of keywords there. And it's Talbot's brand. I sold a lot of Talbot stuff this week, and you can do very well off of Talbot's. It's very classic, I think. So anyways, this sold for $18, and it's something that I would not have paid more than $1 for. Generally, Talbot's, I don't pay more than $1 for it unless it's something really special. Like a couple of the things I showed you, I did pay more than $1 for, but it's got to be pretty special. The next item is a skirt, Polo Ralph Lauren. It's new with tags because I did purchase this in a liquidation lot, a Macy's liquidation lot. It's like a trumpet style skirt with the hem, flared hem. And this, everything in the lot came out to be about $8 a piece. And this sold for $24.50. Alright, last item. This is my favorite sale because I love, love, love vintage. It was a $10 Goodwill find, and I don't even think I'll be able to show you and do it justice on video, but it is gorgeous. It is a 1980s like prom type dress. I paid $10, and it sold for $55 plus shipping. Maybe if I stand up, you can see more. But it's just gorgeous. It's got this like asymmetrical hem going on right here. The sheer sleeves with the pink underlay. Very beautiful. So that was a good find. I always buy those kind of dresses. If, be careful. They're not always in great shape. They might have some tears or something like that. Vintage is, it's been around for a long time. It's bound to have some spots or stains, but check it out real well if you find it. If you come across any of those style dresses, they always do well for me. I've sold them on Etsy, I've sold them on eBay. They are good. I think especially for Halloween, I always sell like a ton of those dresses like around Halloween time. People use them for costumes or maybe even for homecoming, if they want to have kind of a retro look. So anyway, that's what I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you're interested in the Michigan Reseller Meetup and getting in on that dialogue and helping with that event, follow me on Instagram. Let's talk about it. I already have a post about it, but I'm sure there'll be a bunch more posts as we plan and get closer. Let's get it going. Can't wait to meet people. So excited. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys later.